begins in 3, 2,
and as we hop into the server, we'll start with PepCo, and PepCo will get his mega right away, while klyb also gets his heavy right away. So klyb already looking good with a major stack, and PepCo doing some self-damage with the rockets doesn't help. So we will be retreating Gats that LG, but klyb protecting the railgun. Knows that that weapon is key. Oh, and he's laying a trap! Oh, and what a trap! Nothing PepCo could have done. And the first frag goes to klyb already in the first 30 seconds. It is really well done on the showing himself. But PepCo already grabbed his mega. Klyb might wanna try to take advantage of his higher stack or try to set up another good trap. Oh no, klyb defending the heavy and PepCo slowing it down a lot. Both players again getting the items at the same time. And the klyb trying to set up another trap, knows that PepCo still doesn't have the railgun. So still trying to protect it at all costs. Oh, PepCo. Oh, there might be an encounter here with the rail, with a rocket launcher. PepCo extremely low, and the stack of klyb is just too much. It's too much, and klyb gets another heavy, and that's 200 stack right there. Something that PepCo to achieve, he must have both overstacks. And he eats that rail, and klyb doesn't even give it up. Oh, but now he's within LG range. But PepCo again hurting. klyb knows that PepCo is extremely low. So he makes that move. Might even actually be able to collect his first mega of the game. But PepCo should also collect his first heavy. And now Anarchy with the heavy starts to become a little bit more dangerous. That extra stack, coupled with the mobility and the smaller size, might be able to do something, especially after all the damage. Now klyb hurting, not much he can do, and PepCo gets on the board, still with some overstack on some armor, but klyb clips him on the corner of the teleport. Well, PepCo just can't dodge those rockets. As there's a fight here, those rockets from klyb are amazing, and finishes that one off. 5-1 at the moment. Oh, and PepCo making his way to the railgun, unaware of where klyb was, and that's another frag. Klyb trying to protect the mega area, does with a direct. And 6 frag game already. And PepCo can't even deliver that nasty rail, because it doesn't have them. It does now. So now the game should slow down again. And finally PepCo should have the rail. klyb signaling that he's waiting for that light armor. Doesn't get the rail, so that's a bit odd. Oh, bouncing in with the rockets. Now PepCo's not in a fantastic shape. Oh, and the rockets is just so good. Getting PepCo in the air and catching him as he falls down. But PepCo did get that mega, so klyb might not be in the best of spots. Oh, PepCo getting into that fantastic position, drops down. Oh, but the LG is just so good, and these rockets might be enough. PepCo does steal this heavy away, and in fact, inject, he might actually be able to win the fight. Oh, what a rail! What a rail from PepCo, and that one just grabbed him in a frag, and the mega is just waiting. Hopefully being aggressive with the rails. That was good drybalt. But does not have the stack to really challenge PepCo ultra much now. Oh, klyb still trying, gets the trade against all odds. PepCo must be scratching his head. Oh, that shotgun was nasty. That was only the point blind. But the rockets from PepCo are amazing, and this within 6. And klyb aggressive with the starting shotgun, not good enough, and PepCo gets another one. So 5 frags in 4.5 minutes. If PepCo can get control, then it's a whole different game.
Juice it up, baby.
Oh, but klyb trying to deal some damage, fails and escapes wisely. Oh, that's a good opening rail. PepCo and another one. PepCo being aggressive on the mega, and klyb is giving this one, hoping to get his control back. PepCo waiting on the light armor by the railgun. That could be dangerous as there's no way to escape. klyb falls down with a shoddy, not good enough as PepCo gets what looked like 100% LG. And all of a sudden it's a 3 frag game. klyb now trying to play it, trying to force the issue. Again gets damaged. Oh, PepCo missing his chance to rail, and klyb getting the frag out of nowhere. PepCo overextending a little bit. That LG should be enough. Klyb trying to go for the skill shots. We certainly appreciate that, but PepCo finishes it off with the starting machine. So 3 frag game, 3 frags, 3 minutes. klyb getting that mega, and klyb finishes it off. It's a beautiful movement. Now klyb, with all the weaponry, PepCo should get the heavy. Might want to try to be a bit aggressive, but as we can see, klyb can just make magic happen with that clutch. Well, that rail is going to go a long way into preventing anything magical from happening from klyb's perspective. As klyb is now forced to be on the recovery items, but the rockets from above do a number on PepCo. PepCo almost falls out of the map, and oh, the rockets don't connect on the stairs. And it's a shame for klyb. PepCo still has time to come back to this one. But while klyb is keeping it within 3 frags, 3-4 frags, that time is certainly on his side. Now klyb escaping gives that light armor away, so that's going to be huge for PepCo, as he misses a rocket that would have been important. And the mega is still a few seconds from spawning. Oh, and klyb going in aggressive with a rocket launcher. PepCo's hurting. PepCo must retreat, but he retreats to a heavy, so I think he's okay. Oh, klyb still trying to be a bit aggro, not be too aggressive. Oh, that's a fantastic rail. klyb gets caught, doesn't get too much caught. Now he should even be able to not be railable after picking both bubbles, and now it's only in a minute to get 3 frags. And the time is certainly on klyb's favor, but if PepCo can get a frag in the next 5 or something seconds, there could still be time. As that time ticks away, klyb is just gonna escape and escape. And even use that shield. Oh, and klyb should get this one. But PepCo escapes, lives to fight another day. Must be quick. Must be quick to find klyb, otherwise there definitely won't be any time. Goes for the item first, as I wanted to give klyb the chance to restack and make it impossible. Oh, but klyb very quick! Oh, klyb aggressive, gets caught, and that actually helps it by having PepCo miss the rail. Klyb using that mega to bully PepCo away, but PepCo stays.
Knock it off!
And, there just wasn't enough time. PepCo was on the upper hand for the last three minutes or so, but Klyb not letting him grind away that victory. And even though PepCo had a lot of control and very similar damages, Klyb's damage was just a lot of frags and a lot of capitalization on not letting PepCo have that railgun for most of the first half of the match. Now as we move into map number 2, the winner moves on to the upper bracket finals. Oh, to the upper bracket semi-finals. As oh, I'm a little bit lost here. No, they move on to the winner bracket finals, playing the winner of Ins versus Undead, which should be on its way, underway I mean. Yeah, and on the lower bracket, Stone beat Mikey, so Stone and Redcon are playing, as well as Kefir versus Ryder.
Prepare to fight.
Flowy.
Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
So as we start, Klyb starts on the banana, goes straight for the Mega instead of the LG. Not giving PepCo the light of day to get both items. And PepCo goes for the rail and straight for his item. Oh, Klyb thinking for a second what to do. PepCo was trapping the teleporter. Oh, and that's a very good rail from PepCo. And now Klyb has nothing. He does the orb, but PepCo still lives, but not for long. Not for long.
Stopwatch.
Klyb gets the heavy. PepCo doesn't yet have max armor. Does now after having picked up the armor below the railgun. Klyb now wants blood, but PepCo's defensive rocket doesn't give him the opportunity to get his blood, so he must retreat to the LG area where PepCo was right there with some decent rockets, but Klyb being really quick. Using rocket jump to try to close the gap. Oh, even tries to get the Mega, but doesn't make the best move possible. And PepCo ends up getting that frag. PepCo is in a good position to even withstand the offensive maneuver if that rail missed. Now Klyb should be in position to get the heavy. PepCo should want to try and deal some damage. Does miss with one of his rails. It's the other one. Now is not in a fantastic shape. That Tribolt will go a long way on keeping Klyb at arm's length. But they should meet in the T-con areas. Both of them are extremely silent. Oh, a lot of damage from PepCo, but also a lot of self-damage and a little bit of damage from Klyb, and Klyb with the orb finishes the job. And finally a frag for Klyb, and Klyb is only down 1 at this early stage of this map. Oh, all that LG missed. Not a good refire at all. And they must be content with getting the poverty items, but he'll be okay. Still has a lot of stat going. Oh, misses that rail. That rocket was good. Oh, PepCo a little bit low. 8 to 100 damage rocket makes his way to the rail area and gets the frag. klyb trying to be aggressive on the heavy. Actually manages to deal a lot of damage. PepCo isn't that healthy for someone who just got both items. But klyb gets that mega, which will make a huge difference. Now he's got a huge stack lead, almost eats a rail, manages to escape at the skin of his teeth. Now with that rail gun, almost falls down, but gets the heavy, closes the gap with the orb. There's no way PepCo escapes this one, or is there? As PepCo's defensive rockets means that klyb must go for the mega instead of the kill. But PepCo gets a light armor, gets some health bubbles, is with fighting shape. But he must be careful because klyb will be on the pounds. Well, that was a good rocket from klyb and a not so good rocket from PepCo. Doing a ton of self-damage. But that piercing sight will let him know where to pre-fire, where to aim, where to defend his position. But klyb gets that mega anyway, and klyb now is a fat ranger.
Impressive.
Oh, but the defensive plays from PepCo, amazing. It even gets the hot armor that klyb really needed, and he might be able to get this heavy. Oh, but klyb being so aggressive. Oh, that orb out of nowhere is not good enough, and PepCo gets the fourth frag. 3 frags in the lead. Oh, PepCo gets the mega.
The boy is lost.
And klyb just trying to make something happen there. Doesn't have the stack to do anything. And if PepCo just keeps peppering klyb with these rails, then there's nothing he can really do. klyb
5 minute warning.
starting to open up these angles and trying to play a little bit maybe slower, trying to use the railgun a little bit more because PepCo is just running away with it at this point. PepCo now running large with control. klyb trying to deal. Oh, he deals a ton of damage with the rockets and the orb, but is railable, so he must be extremely careful. No item comes up soon. Oh, PepCo getting caught and klyb trades.
Surrender is not
Absolutely
an option.
benefits him. Oh, and he spawns at the weaponry and the heavy. He might even want to make his way to the mega, and he does, and he gets it. Now PepCo is in a bad place. But klyb missing everything, and PepCo ends up getting the frag anyway with some fantastic rocketry. That was klyb's moment, and he just missed. 5-2 game, 6-2 game, completely different. 7-1. This time klyb does get it, but only on 5 HP. Not a lot he can do, not a lot he has to work with. If he can find himself another bubble, that would go a long way, and he does on the LG area. He even manages to find 2 and 3, so now he should have a fighting stack to maybe put some more pressure on PepCo, trying to remove some of that stack. PepCo sees that as an opportunity to be aggressive, and that aggression pays off. As now klyb doesn't... time is starting to tick away from him. Time is on PepCo's side with this one. Those are a ton of frags, and all PepCo's doing is matching klyb's aggression. Nothing much that klyb could have done, so he calls the GG, and we move on to a map number 3. As PepCo ties up the series. So all out in the open for this map number 3. There is no news on the other series as it's still going. So the winner of this one doesn't know who they're gonna play against, but whoever it is, it's gonna be a handful. And whoever loses here still has a long way to go in the losers bracket compared to losing in the finals, where you just have to play the losers final.
Prepare to fight.
Just out of reach.
Round begins in 3, 2.
And as we move into game number 3, klyb on keel starts at the LG, and PepCo on keel and klyb on Skelnar starts at the heavy. klyb fixes heavy right away, and PepCo delays the mega. So now there's a big separation between the items. Players should be able to fight for both. Now klyb goes for that bull rush. Oh, PepCo eating a ton of LG damage, but klyb eating a ton of shotgun damage. Oh, making his way to the double bubbles, and that was certainly good enough for him to survive that fight. And he even gets a mega in the process. If he can find himself a light armor, as he does, that was huge. All with the rocket and the rail from PepCo.
I think I might have missed
absolutely insane. PepCo even gets that heavy. klyb is aggressive anyway, it's due to facts. And PepCo opts to go for the kamikaze. That was so much damage. klyb had a ton of stack. But the 2 direct seals the deal. None of those pineapples hit. klyb certainly making his way through raindrops. But manages to hold on to all of his stack, which is good for him. Both players here having a huge LG fight. klyb on the bottom end of the both players now on a very low stack. klyb with a nice maneuver. That was risky, as that's exactly what PepCo was thinking he was going to do. But klyb manages to hold on to the tie, even though he's out of control for a long portion. At least the last 2 rotations. Now PepCo holding on to this upper ground, trying to get a bubble or 2. Restack back up. Oh, that's a beautiful rail. Old klyb that's looking the other way with lower stacks, so that's always a recipe for disaster. Oh, now PepCo with some control going. Doesn't have a ton of armor. klyb taking the opportunity to pounce, but the LG is just so good. Even though he had damage reduction from being on the bull rush. And PepCo only at 49%, I'd say that was way more than 49%. And klyb managing to get the refrag, and PepCo only up by 1. And on Deep Embrace, 1 frag is not a good difference at all. Very tight, small map, anything can happen here. But PepCo's the one on the prowl. klyb being very aggressive with the upper hand on the stack, and he manages to run over PepCo. And that's a bull rush frag. Now PepCo getting that frag on railgun and should get himself the heavy. Now he has a ton of stack. but klyb making his way with the shotgun. Bull rushing with a shotgun is always
Rebel alert.
PepCo, just with those nice rails, finishes that job, and PepCo maybe mistiming the Mega a little bit, being a little bit early. klyb always aggressive, as he's shown throughout all of the series that he is and can be.
Leave tide.
He gets that frag again, and now gets that heavy, and might be able to get himself some more control out of this. Oh, PepCo might be in hot water. They're eating a few rails. Doesn't have the rail himself, so he can't answer. And klyb not letting PepCo restack at all. Oh, but klyb going for other items other than the heavy, so that one goes to PepCo.
5-minute warning.
Now both players on equal stacks. PepCo in his natural stack, overstack on health. But grenade and rockets were very good for PepCo, throwing it off his course. But klyb faking with full rush, getting PepCo away from the Mega and away from his area. Oh, and klyb gets the heavy, but the stack gets deleted immediately, but PepCo's hurting right now. That was good use of the angle, and klyb suicides. That's just not what he wanted to do. He manages to find PepCo with 2 quick rails. Now PepCo's hurting, but those rockets! klyb forced to use the bull rush just to be able to escape. Oh, and he hits the 180 rail, and all of a sudden the game is tied. But klyb gets that heavy, but doesn't have a lot of stack. Not a lot for the heavy champion. And if PepCo can just start withering it away. That rail is a good start for klyb to get rid of all of it overstack. klyb is always dealing a lot of good damage up close, gets that heavy armor, which will provide some much needed stack as it was starting to run out a little bit here. Catches PepCo with the LG. Takes his time to go back and heal himself back up, and PepCo doesn't have any armor. Does now as he waited for the light armor. klyb ends up getting the Mega. klyb bull rushes, possibly anticipating some damage. PepCo trying to hold on to center ground, trying to hold on to better fighting positions. But in the meantime, klyb is just a fat scale bear, running around with a ton of stack. Those pineapples always dangerous. klyb aware of that, eats one. Was almost running out of LG, but picks it up. Gets some more ammo and picks up the Mega in the meantime. PepCo absolutely won on the damage department, but because of klyb's control and how many items he's getting, there's just no way that PepCo can win these fights. Oh, but rails like this go a huge way. Oh, and PepCo surviving with 26 HP. Manages to turn the tides away. Turn the tides in his favor. The klyb now forced to play a little bit rail only for the moment, as it doesn't have anything else, and PepCo will absolutely take that, and even gets a heavy for his troubles. Oh, klyb using rocket jump to escape, dealing some soft damage, possibly mistiming that item. PepCo is out there, just doing a ton of damage. The Mega is still up though. Oh, klyb, 1 HP. Can't really be there. Still hangs around and actually scares PepCo away. now finally klyb has his heavy after having waited around 20 seconds for it. Gets that light armor still hurting for health.
1 minute warning.
Retreat back to the double bubbles. In the meantime, PepCo's just missing everything. And klyb only has 1 minute to get one frag against a stacked keel. Oh, and PepCo missing the rail, giving his position away. klyb bouncing in with the LG. Will that be good enough? Absolutely not, as PepCo just keeps his control going. klyb gets the mega, which coupled with 1 or 2 light armors means that he has a fighting chance of getting the tie here. This would be an all or nothing fight for klyb. And he lost the all or nothing, doesn't give up the frag, which means that he still has his chance. Gives it up this time. And, 2 frags in 10 seconds, it's just not gonna happen. All klyb is doing right now is doing a celebratory lap. klyb even gets him the one time, but that's just not enough. The klyb is relegated to the lower bracket, and congratulations to PepCo for making the upper bracket finals.